In this video, you're going to learn 3 things that alpha males never do and beta males always do. If you as a man going to do these things, women will lose respect for you and be turned off by you. On the other hand, if you want to become an alpha male today, then don't miss these 3 things and watch this video till the end, because this will put you above 80% of guys out there. Let's start with number 1. They never depend on people to make them happy. We live in a society where we constantly bombarded by messages about needing to find that one perfect person. From movies to media and television, we hear the same message. You need to find your perfect mate that will complete you, that will make you whole. A lot of beta males buy into this lie and start chasing after the one girl that they fall in love in high school or college. They start to believe that this girl is their soulmate, that perfect match that they have to win over, otherwise they're going to be unhappy and miserable for the rest of their lives. So of course, after hearing this lie for years and years, they start to chase her. Beta males have this idea in their mind that they have to walk through flames and climb mountains to prove themselves worthy to be with that one princess. But you see, that's where alpha and beta males part their ways. Alpha males see through these lies and they understand that they don't need any person to make them happy. They made their life about independence, not codependence that most beta males live by. Alpha males don't need anyone or anything. And here, a lot of guys get the wrong idea that now they have to be a lone wolf who doesn't hang out with other people and is complete loner. Don't misunderstand me here. I'm not saying that you have to completely abandon everyone in your life. That's super unhealthy and can get you in a lot of mental health problems. What I mean by saying that alpha males don't need anyone is that they find their own ways to make themselves happy. They're not depending on anyone or anything to make themselves happy. They're not letting their happiness be controlled by other people. They're happy on their own and they don't need some person in their life that will make them complete because they believe that they're whole and complete already. I've noticed that a lot of guys don't really get what it means to be whole and complete on their own. So if you want to learn more about it, subscribe to this channel because I'm going to talk about it in future videos. You see, beta males feel unworthy and try to fix that feeling of unworthiness by finding that one perfect partner that would make them complete. They're defining their sense of worth by their ability to get the girl. For them, the only way to feel worthy as a human being is by getting the girl, because they need to prove to other people and themselves that they're worthy and that they're good enough. Alphas, on the other hand, know that they are already complete and they don't need to prove that they are good enough to someone else. They live for themselves and their own joy in life. They focus on their purpose and mission in life and get more satisfaction and fulfillment from doing what they love rather than chasing after chicks and trying to get that pussy. Because they're working on building a business or advancing in their career, their lives are more fulfilling because their happiness depends on themselves. Their happiness depends on their ability to work, achieve, and get the things that you want on their own. That doesn't mean that they don't ask for help, because they understand that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness, but they never desperately need help from one specific person. Alpha males never need anything from one specific person because they understand when you become attached, you become needy, and instead of independent, you become codependent, which is a beta male quality. Alpha males always want to find their own path to get the things that they want and make themselves happy in life. Fundamentally, an alpha male is his own source of happiness. For a beta male, other people and things are source of happiness. That's why a lot of beta males can be alone. They can't stand being alone because they feel that they need some person in their lives to complete them. They focus on girls and making them happy, while the alpha males are focused on their mission and making themselves happy. And that leads us into number 2. They never tolerate disrespect. Because alpha male is focused on this mission and making himself happy, he never tolerates disrespect from girls or other people. He lives in abundance, knowing that it doesn't really matter if one person is not going to give him what he wants. He believes that he can always find the same or even better opportunity to get what he wants, so he never puts up with the crap of other people. If people are not giving what he wants for what he gives them, he always just walks away and never looks back. No explanations, no excuses, no second chances. Alpha male sees himself as a highly important person who is on a mission, so he values his time and never wastes it with the wrong people. He understands that life is too short to waste on people who are not going to like him or respect him. As an independent man, he understands that he holds all the power in the relationships, so he's not chasing people and trying to make them part of his life. Rather than that, he looks at relationships in a way where he gives the opportunity for the other person to be a part of his life. And if some girl is not going to respect that and see it as a golden ticket, he'll walk away and never look back. But you see, the beta male is exactly the opposite. Beta male doesn't have any purpose in his life, so he puts his happiness in other people's people's hands and constantly chases people's approval. Because he doesn't focus on this growth, he doesn't really value his time and himself as an individual. He has plenty of time in his life to focus on other people because he doesn't have anything important going for him, so he's willing to put up with other people's disrespect just to get approval from them. He lets people walk all over him just to get the opportunity to be in someone else's life. He doesn't respect himself nor other people respect him, so he constantly lets himself to be taken advantage of by other people. The fundamental difference here is that alpha male pursues his goals for a living, beta male chases people's approval for a living. Number 3, they never settle. So this has to be a wake-up call for a lot of guys, because a lot of them fall into the trap of thinking that this is just a cards they've been dealt with, that this is how their life is and they can't change anything about it. But you see, if you want to become an alpha male, you have to stubbornly refuse to accept the limits of life. You have to stubbornly refuse to accept the things as they are. If you feel that you're not good looking enough, change it to the best of your ability. If you feel that you need to lose some weight, change it. If you feel that you need more money, change it. There are no limits except the limits you place on yourself. You can change anything about your life if you're ready to work hard. It doesn't mean that it will happen in few days, weeks, or even months, but just the refusal to accept things as they are will put you above 80% of men. Because you see, for alpha males, settling is the worst thing in the world. It goes against everything that they believe in. Alpha males made their whole lives about growth, improvement, and becoming a better version of themselves to the day they die. They always want to grow and become better than they were yesterday because they see that every day of work that they put in themselves get them closer to their goals and their ultimate vision. An important thing to mention here is that they always have a vision of what kind of life they want. They decide what they want, take responsibility for achieving that, and chip at that day by day. It's the opposite of beta male, who is stuck in the paralysis of analysis and hesitating to take action. He rarely takes risks because he wants to avoid failure, and therefore his whole life is a failure. Fundamentally, beta male lives his whole life in fear and trying to avoid discomfort. And of course, by doing that, he becomes anxious, depressed, and suicidal. He doesn't even realize what's the problem, why he feels this way, but it's very clear why. It's because he accepts less than he deserves in life. Deep down, he knows that he can be bigger, greater, stronger. He knows that he can earn more money, buy a better car, get a better chick, but because he's full of excuses and rationalizations about why he can do it, he doesn't do anything about it. He creates the illusion that the life he's living is okay. He says to himself, it's not what I really wanted, but it's okay. Well, it's almost what I wanted, so it's fine. Well, that's good enough. And here lies the main difference between alpha male and beta male. Beta male is okay with good. Alpha male is never okay with just good. He thinks, that was good, but I want better. Fundamentally, alpha male seeks greatness. He wants to be the best. He wants to be the biggest and greatest. He has this relentless hunger for becoming more, so he pursues everything that he can be, his limitless potential. He wants bigger things in life, and most importantly, he believes that he deserves big things. He doesn't put any limits of what he can do or achieve in life. Even if he finds some limit, he challenges himself to break through that limit just to prove someone wrong, or just that he can do it. Check this video out, and also make sure that you like this video and click subscribe to become a high value man that women can stop chasing.